Mod support, mod support, mod support. If you're new to my channel, I'm building a fireworks simulator game while having a wife, 2 kids, a full-time day job and a dog. Let's get started. This devlog is about mod support because that's the main thing that I'm working on right now. It's going really well and I hope to be able to release it to everybody at the end of the year, meaning around mid-December, New Year's Eve. So one of the big topics around mod support is, well, first of all, making mod support possible, like supporting it in the game. That's what I'm heavily working on. But one of the other topics that is very, very important is how these mods are distributed, how you as a player will actually get these mods. And what I've been focusing on is trying to find a solution that is as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. It should be easy to install and uninstall mods, and it should be not tied to a specific store. And that's a very important point, because as you know, the most obvious choice is taking the Steam Workshop. Well, as I heard in my research from another YouTuber, the benefits of Steam Workshop starts and stop with it being integrated in Steam. Because yes, it's a benefit that it's a part of Steam, it's integrated, you know, Steam users knows it, and it's right there in Steam. On the other side is, it's there in Steam and only in Steam. Right now Fireworks Mania is only on Steam, but who knows, maybe I wanna put it out on Epic Store at some point, or port it to consoles or Switch or mobile or whatever at some point. And it will be kind of annoying to have married a store so much by, you know, integrating the mod distribution to a specific service of that store. Another thing is, as a user, as myself, as a player who have used the Steam Workshop for various games over the years, the usability and the way the workshop works is really odd to me. You know, from a user's point of view, for instance, if you want a mod for a game, you have to go into Steam and find a workshop for that game. That's fair enough. Then you have to subscribe to it in there and then hope Steam downloads it. Because my experience, which is fair enough, some years old, I used it a lot with Ark, for instance. And you know, well, it couldn't download the mods while you were in the game. So you had to quit the game to download the mods. And then you start up the game and then you figure out it misses another mod. Then you have to go out again to download that mod after it's subscribed to it or something like that. It was just terrible and super unintuitive and slow and very weird, to be honest. From the beginning, I have never been a fan of using the workshop in Steam, and I guess many of you or some of you might disagree, but please let me know in the comments if you have any good arguments for using the Steam Workshop. Therefore, I looked at some other solutions, and one of the solutions that came up that was cross-platform or cross-store, both cross-platform and cross-store, is something called Mod.io. There are some other big game, much bigger than Fireworks Mania, called Tabs, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, Deep Rock Galactic, and Space Engineer, I think, and some other big games. It's a small platform compared to Workshop on Steam, but it has the benefit of having a very nice, simple to use interface on the web. There is an easy way to integrate it into the game, and what happens in the game, also from a user's point of view, is very simple. So I have implemented that Mod.io solution right now in the game. So the UI is not a kind of matching the game, and but it's still good enough and it works and it looks good, and you can subscribe, unsubscribe, and do stuff like just the common stuff to install mod, and it's really easy to use. So this way now modders in the closed beta is distributing the mods like this, and as you can see now here on the screen, it looks pretty good and it works pretty good. So that is the solution I've picked for now, and I think it will stick to it actually, because it works pretty well. That was a long talk about the distribution of mods, but this is the one I picked so far, Mod.io, and not the Steam Workshop. Let me know what you think in the comments about this choice and my reasons for doing this. Next topic. So what is the status on the actual development of the mod support in the game? I'm of course changing the game to support mods, and I'm also building this other application, you could say, I'm building this thing called the mod tools, which is what modders need to download and install in Unity to be able to build mods for the game. More about how that works and all that later on, but these are the two things I'm working on to be able to support mod in the game, you can say, and support modders. And currently I have in there a rocket behavior and a cake behavior. That means that modders can currently create rockets and cakes. So I'm currently working on putting all the other behaviors like firecrackers, whistlers, pre-loaded tubes and all the other types of fireworks that is currently in the game. That needs to be made available for the modders too. A modder can also do code on itself, but I would like it to be so that you can actually create a mod. You will have to have knowledge about Unity and how things work and be able to follow some video guides that I will do. It's important to note that I want to make it so that you can actually make a piece of fireworks without having to code. That doesn't mean that it takes you 2 minutes to make a mod, because to make a good effect that fits the sound and all that stuff takes time. It's not like next and then you have your own unique rocket that just looks perfect. There's a lot of things to take into consideration, but it's possible, and it's just a matter of the modders spending time on that. So while waiting on the next update, please check out some of my other videos. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'm just saying. You can do that. You can also click the like button. That's totally up to you. You can leave a comment. Most importantly, check back when there is a new devlog, and check out the game if you haven't. Fireworks Mania on Steam. Link in the description. You know what to do. See ya.